The only thing I knew about the Belko Experiment going in is that it was a light-hearted office set comedy movie starring Ed Helms, and then it showed up an 18 rating for strong bloody violence and gory images. Turns out the Belko Experiment is not a light-hearted comedy. It's not that at all. So I don't know what the hell I was thinking of to make me think this was a light-hearted comedy movie starring Ed Helms. It doesn't even have Ed Helms in it. It might be office-based, but not in the way I was thinking, because what this actually is a gory horror thriller about a group of co-workers locked inside a building and forced to kill or be killed. A voice comes over the speaker system and says, "Hey, we don't care how you do it, but by this time, X amount of employees must have been killed, or we'll kill X amount more at random." And obviously confusion ensues, but it becomes apparent that this is not a prank and they are going to have to start murdering each other until there's just one left standing. If work was like that every day, I'd have shown up on time. For anyone who doesn't know, I used to work in an office job which I absolutely hated. Used to being the key part, but then we get absolutely shafted by Brexit and our company kicked off a redundancy process that roughly resembled the opening scenes of Saving Private Ryan. But make no mistake, if this had happened while I was still in there and some voice came over the speaker telling us to start killing each other, I wouldn't have hesitated to start chipping every in the place. I'd immediately have been like, "Where's my boss?" Like, yo, chill out, it's just a prank, bro. Are you sure? Are you sure? Shouldn't we kill a few more just to be safe? I've seen this described a lot as Battle Royale meets Office Space, but I think a more accurate description would be every one of my workplace fantasies meets someone who can actually turn that into a film. Me, this is exactly what I wanted my lunch breaks to be. This is exactly what was running through my head every time I got another stupid request as if I didn't have a life of my own. "Hey Lee, I know it's finishing time on this fine Friday evening, but you wouldn't mind coming in over the weekend and getting this done and on my desk by Monday morning, would you?" Yeah, prick, this is the third time this month you've done this to me. I've done 20 hours unpaid overtime this week alone, you rocket. Ask me to write one more report over the weekend or make me stay in the office until midnight one more time and I'm gonna rip that printer off the wall and fire it through your dome, ya mad dildo. Yeah. Yeah, that's fine, no problem. Right, enough of me complaining about work. What about this film? Well, I think one of the main reasons it's getting a wide release is because it was written by James Gunn, who's become a huge name now thanks to, of course, Scooby-Doo 2, Monsters Unleashed. People familiar with Gunn's work would be forgiven for expecting this to be a kooky, dark comedy, but it's not that at all. I mean, it does try to add some humour, but it didn't land. Not for me anyway. In fact, the tone was pretty hard to pin down. It felt like it didn't know what it was going for. Like, it could have been going for dark comedy, but it wasn't that funny. It could have been going for grindhouse, but it never fully commits to its pulpiness. Right off the bat, there's just too many characters to keep a track of. There's something like 80 employees locked inside, which means that most of them are just there to be cannon fodder. I mean, there's points where you see people getting killed and you're like, I swear I didn't even know you were in this. We only focus on 4 or 5 characters which have the potential to be the victor, and I can understand why they made it about a lot of bloodshed, but what I would have preferred would have been a much more claustrophobic, psychological thriller, like maybe only 10 to 15 people locked inside, and they all have to form allegiances and scheme and double cross each other. You know, a film which really dives into the morals of a situation like this and makes you confront what would you deem acceptable in this situation. Would you keep any humanity about you? But that's not to take anything away from the writer, because it's still solidly entertaining, and even if this was the worst film in the world, it would still be infinitely better than anything I've ever done. I've never done anything. The movie is led by Adria Arjona and John Gallagher Jr, who have like an office romance, and the relationship between the two of them felt believable, and I really liked those actors. John Gallagher Jr especially, I have a lot of time for, because he was actually Johnny in the original Broadway run of the American Idiot musical, and he's since gone on to do 10 Cloverfield Lane and Hush, both of which were suspenseful, tense films which I really enjoyed. The rest of the cast is this really weird mix of decent and hammy and over-the-top performances. Most don't really get any time to shine, but some of the more memorable performances include Sean Gunn, who plays like the office stoner and the film's comic relief, John C. McGinley, because who doesn't want to see Dr. Cox bash somebody's brains out, and this guy who hands down does some of the worst cry acting I've ever seen in my life. I don't know if they just grabbed an extra and were like, look, we're a minute short of the runtime, do something, because this guy, he basically accepts he's gonna die, right? So he writes a letter to his family, but the whole time he's like, "Ah!" And some of these characters act and react in completely unbelievable ways. A prime example of which being when a fistfight threatens to break out between two of the employees and everyone around them loses their shit trying to break it up. Like, are you joking? If a fight broke out in my work, I'd let you get at least 10 more hits in before I even attempted to break it up. Oh no. Oh no, that's terrible. Please, please stop hitting each other. We don't want anyone to get hurt. Please stop. Please. He's open! Body shot! Body shot! Director Greg McLean does a pretty good, if safe, job of guiding this film along. It's well paced, but there's nothing particularly interesting or adventurous about the direction. It does, however, pull off the pretty unexpected feat of never being boring, which is an accomplishment for a film that really has no originality to it at all. And that's the problem with the Belko Experiment. It's nothing that we haven't seen before, and it's so run-of-the-mill. For something that's pretty much the Hunger Games in an office, this should have been so much more. Instead of a pretty standard movie where some characters run around with guns, I'd have loved to have seen more inventive kills with office equipment. Like, yeah, maybe it is pretty difficult to kill someone with a stapler, but trust me, lock me in a room with my old boss and I'll find a way. The Belko Experiment feels like one big missed opportunity. It's just so by the numbers. There's no big twist revelation, there's no inventiveness to it, there's no message behind it, there's no exploration into moral ambiguity. It's just an average gory thriller. In saying that though, it is consistently entertaining and a fun watch, just very forgettable. So I'm giving the Belko Experiment 3 popcorns. Definitely not the worst thing to watch with your mates and a few beers, or at an appraisal, you know, like, yo, if that report doesn't come in good, this is what's going to happen. Thanks very much for watching my review of the Belko Experiment. If you want to see more Office-based reviews, you can click that box right there to see my review of Office Christmas Party. You can click the other box to see my latest video. If you're new here, please consider subscribing, and if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and if you could share this with a friend, that would be a massive help. So again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.